Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful Liberian brothers and sisters at home and abroad. You are welcome to another edition of Liberia Rising with Sam-Abel Gbinsay. Today, I want to do a leadership quote that was done by Patrick Lencioni. It says, remember, teamwork begins by building trust. And the only way to do that is to overcome our need for invulnerability. Teamwork begins by building trust, and the only way to do that is to overcome our need for invulnerability. When I read words, I see pictures. I see pictures and ideas. So that's very profound for me. I see so many things in there, and I want to be talking about some. Today, I want to be talking about the power of imagination. The power of imagination. And it comes from Genesis 11:1-6, that background text, where men go to a place, a plain of Sinai, and they say, let's build for us a tower and a city. And this tower will reach to heaven, and let's make a name for ourselves. That was not the problem. But verse 6 said, verse 6 of that text, and the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they imagine to do. The part of imagination. The people made a plan. They started within a set. They thought, they said, let's build us a city and the tower whose top will reach to heaven. Let us build the best, the biggest. Then it would have been the biggest city and the tallest skyscraper ever. Many years ago, thousands of years ago, when we didn't have the advances in science and technology we have today, but these people were way ahead of their time. They thought of a skyscraper. They said, let's build it, let's make name for ourselves. And God came down and saw the city they had built. And then he said, nothing will be restrained from these people which they have imagined to do. God's problem was not with the development, the tower and the city, and thus making name for themselves. God's concern was the imagination that was producing the development. Even though these were human beings, my people, but God admits that nothing they imagine to do will be kept back from them, will be impossible, will be kept under control, will be restrained from them. The power of imagination. Nothing they imagine to do will be held back. Because they had the imagination, even if their development is destroyed, they will imagine another one again. Because you see, imagination has the ability to approach one thing so many different ways. So you can't stop imagination. You can't kill it. Even God was concerned. I like to put it in the human way. God was intimidated by these people's imagination. I like to put it here just using a human phrase to tell you how powerful it was. With their imagination, it was possible to build a city with the tallest skyscraper and to make a name for themselves. Even the state of the economy, the value of the currency, the budgetary allocation, donor fatigue, global trending couldn't stop them. The only thing that would stop them was their imagination. Liberians, the value of the Liberian dollars, global trending, budgetary allowances, allocation, the value of our currency, the state of the economy, the rate of the Liberian dollars against the US dollar can't stop our development. What is stopping us is the lack of imagination. He said nothing will be able to restrain them. I do video ministry. I go to places. The other day we were in Cape Mount. I saw Robertsport. I saw Lake Piso. We went by there and took some beautiful pictures. But I saw Robertsport, that beautiful location. But see the actual poverty, people living in poverty. There are about 2 million lakes in the world. Only 12 of those are saltwater lakes. Lake Piso happens to be a saltwater lake. It means the species that are in the sea can be right in the lake. In that lake, it's safer to swim and boat ride in the lake as compared to the sea. Europe is about 3 to 4 hours flight from here. Beloved, you put some nice hotel, 5-star hotel along that lake, and a beautiful city, Piso City, or whatever name you could call it. These people will come here and do boat ride and fish, and you make billions of dollars. and we're running after donors to develop our country because our leaders lack imagination. They lack imagination because those of us who elect them would also lack imagination. These people reflect our thought. The decision they make, they reflect our thought. People steal money, we put them into position. People kill, we put them into position. It tells us we are murderers, we are thieves, we are rogues. That's our imagination. Our leaders reflect us. The Bible says the glory of the king is in the multitude of his people. Beloved, until we can begin to change our imagination, because the Constitution said the power is inherent in the people. So we put in these people that we put in the problem on us. The problem we have, we are the ones. Albert Einstein said, you do the same thing over and over and expect different results. That insanity. From 1847, we've had the same way of electing leaders. Patronage politics. They come and spray a couple of dollars. You put them there. They will never see you. They will never step to your village. I go to the villages. You see abject poverty. So many places. Roll hard they go. Bless God for my friend and partner and brother from Canada that God had touched his heart, partnering with our ministry to do great things for the people of Liberia. But we go to these places, sometimes I cry. The other day I was so grieved, and I told the people, you are your own problem. Look at the posters of these presidential candidates and representative candidates and senatorial candidates on your homes and your houses. How did they get here? You brought them here, and you live in the life you live in. And these people sit at their offices in the air conditioning, and then they make decisions that don't represent the lives of these people, that don't reflect them, because they lack imagination. They say we can't do roads, we can't do hospital, we can't do development, we can't improve educational system because they lack imagination. You don't need money, you need imagination. You see, because your imagination will determine your strategy, and your strategy will define your resources, and your resources will yield the results. What do you want to do? You should have a strategy. You come to a leadership position, there's no strategy. The only thing that will restrain these people with their own imagination, the only thing that is stopping us from 1847, 170 plus years, is a disgrace, is a shame for our existence to Africa. We become an embarrassment to Africa because of our imagination. Even church folks, we're not thinking. We're not thinking. We're not thinking. From the messages we preach, we have become hustlers. You can do. We're not empowering people. Everything about 21 day fast and prayer, 40 days fast and prayer. We're prophesying into empty heads. Luke 4:18, when Jesus came and said, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. He anointed me to preach the good news to the poor. That information. I'm where I am, though I'm not there yet, but I'm not where I used to be because of information, because of that good news. He said, with information, they understood the value and importance of teamwork. They knew that talent wins games only, but teamwork wins championship. They say, let us. We're trying to make name for ourselves. You put people in position, they want to leave legacy. I call it that so-called legacy, but actually name for themselves. Not to succeed together, not to fight together, not to fall together, to be wounded together. They are so concerned about their individuality, and because of that individuality, they concern also about that invulnerability. When we allow other people in our midst, we're exposed to so many things. Beloved, one is too insignificant a number to achieve greatness. Somebody once said that if we must succeed in this country, we must do it as a team. We must stop the social difference, the class difference, and people are becoming part of groups and organizations and occultic society. That's not going to bring development to this country. It's going to take your brain. It doesn't matter how many society you become part of. If your mind is empty, your brain is empty, you are weak-minded, you can't think, we're not going to have development. We're not going to build roads that we envisage. We'll be living in illusion. You see, imagination is the only security against the fear of losing your invulnerability, because you fall or rise as a team. You don't look at your personal interest. People were nobody before. They become leaders today, beloved. The life they live, there's a huge gap between they and the people they represent. That's a disgrace, because you're not thinking. They're making decisions. That decision don't reflect the life of the people in the villages, somewhere where we walk 5, 6, 7 hours to go. They don't have access to safe drinking water. Many days I cry over this country, and sometimes I really get grieved when I see this leader. It hurts me. that we're having leaders who don't have imagination. And 2023 is coming, we'll do the same thing. We'll put people into power because we ourselves, we're not thinking. They reflect us. The leaders that we put into power, they reflect us. They reflect us. Most of them, the project has stopped. 2021, 2022, you start seeing the elephant projects, white elephant projects, because we're not thinking. And we're quick to forget. I even wonder whether history teaches us anything at Liberia because we lack imagination. All we want is memory installation. When I was in college, I had that problem in Bible college with my homiletics teacher. Actually, the art of preaching, dynamics of preaching. Your sermon got to be structured a certain way. It was only in that course that I have a B minus, and I refused. Don't tailor me. Don't limit me. I want to think outside the box. Don't tell me this is how it has been done. How am I going to break the record if I continue to do it the way? That's why everybody who comes from the seminary, they are like a STEM cookie or a STEM biscuit. By the time they introduce their messages, you know straight where they're coming from because that's how they are being tailored. There's somebody who comes from the School of Economics, that's the same thing. Not imagine, they don't think. The same thing the professor told them, that's what they're doing. Because you get to know that the walls of the colleges and universities are far different from the hostile reality of their environment. Liberia needs some thinkers. Beloved, we need thinkers if this nation must rise. We need a power of imagination that will get God's attention. That nothing will be able to stop us if we imagine to see the development of this nation. God bless you. If this video has been a blessing to you, you can like, you can share, or leave your comments on how we can improve it. Have a blessed day.